Hello all, this is Chef George T, personal chef on Talk to Talk with Charles Gregory and Madim Touch.
I'd like to welcome everyone back to another episode of Talk to Talk, where if you can walk the walk, we will definitely talk the talk. And I'm your host, Charles Gregory, here with my beautiful co-host,
your girl Touch here. Good evening.
Definitely in the building.
Yes.
What's up, Touch? What's
Yes.
good? What's good?
Well, you tell me what's good. Let's get into the good news.
Good news, bad news, yes.
Good news, bad news.
What you want to hear first?
Let's get the bad news out of the way.
Bad news out of the way.
Out of the way.
All right, bad news. I love, we say we got our famous ninja moment, right?
Okay.
Ninja moment. Now, your girl, Raven Simone, right? On The View, got all the ratings, The View. She's definitely known for being in The View, causing up some ruckus,
She
right?
always starting stuff.
Always starting stuff. So she started something today with some ghetto names. Raven Simone is against hiring people with ghetto names, so to speak. Raven Simone, Yeah. So basically, check this out. She said, okay, so they was talking about a couple different names. They kind of said some names just to kind of introduce you guys to it. So they was on The View talking about ghetto names, so to speak, some racist names. Someone it was like, that's a racist name. So she said, I don't want to call it racist. Let's say discriminatory, because I think that's a better word. And I am very discriminatory against words like the ones that they were saying in the video. So they ran a video talking about different names, right? So I'm not about to hire you if your name is Watermelon Andrea, right? It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to hire you. Now, what really made me mad about this is because you're a part of a disenfranchised, right, population.
Yes, she is.
Yes. And if they was to kick her off the show anytime nobody wanted to hire her, she would really realize how black she is.
Look, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
She need her ass beat.
Yes.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, you are now, okay, who's watching The View, Charles?
Yeah, right?
Probably, everybody watches The View.
Everybody watches The
View. A large
It ain't
part
a lot of them us.
don't look like us, okay?
Yep.
So now she just told all these people in America, all over the world, hey, you know what? I'm a black person, and I think it's okay to not hire black people with quote-unquote ghetto names.
Yeah.
Like, that is just, like, so setting us back.
Yeah.
Move on.
There you go. Well,
Done with
Miss
her.
Raven Simone, first of all, your last name is spelled ghetto.
Yeah.
With your peacock red hair looks ghetto, but I'ma just leave it at that.
And she stayed rolling her eyes and stuff. I'm not even gonna feed into it, okay? Because
Makes me
her
sick.
brand is almost based off of her acting half ghetto.
Yes. And she don't even know it.
She don't even know.
She don't even know.
All right, let's go.
Good news, bad news.
Give me the good news.
Some good news. Okay, your boy, right? Stephon Marbury stood up for the people. It's like said Jordan has been robbing the hood.
Dog.
Kids are dying for his shoes, right? Dude makes it as if he doesn't even care, right? And I think it was great because Stephon Marbury has his own business.
Yeah,
right?
and he was doing the ones that was affordable.
Very affordable for the kids,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes,
But,
yes,
it's kind of
yes.
like, people, our feed, right? We
Yeah.
posted on the thing. A
Yeah.
lot of people on the feed was saying, like, it's not Jordan's fault. Like, why is everybody mad at Jordan?
Right,
But a lot of people was like, you're crazy. This is my thing. Jordan is a billionaire.
Yeah,
He's a boss.
yeah,
He's able to say whatever he wants to say.
yeah. Do
Right?
whatever you want to
So
do.
if you're able to say what you want to say, do what you want to do with your own brand, you can easily say, you know what, I don't want to sell this for this amount of money anymore.
Yeah.
And that's one of those
Yeah.
things, and that's how I feel. You're Michael Jordan. You could have at least took a stand and said something about what's going on around your shoes, around your sneakers. He never even did that.
Yeah, Mike don't
That's
say
a
nothing.
problem.
Mike, you don't say too
That's
much.
a problem. That's a problem.
Don't say too much.
I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna say it, but
I
whatever.
don't know. That ain't no good news. You told me you had good news.
No, it's good. No, what? So
So
my point
Stephon
is
saying
Stephon
that.
Marbury
Okay,
finally
alright.
stood up
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
giant.
You right.
And that's
yeah.
great news because some
That's
people
balls.
don't do that.
No.
Right? Some people don't do that.
Shout
But he
out
said,
to
you know what?
Stephon Marbury. Yeah.
I'm going to
He did
stand
that.
up. It is what it is. Stephon Marbury. Good job. Send us a pair of shoes. Talk the talk. Represent. We'll represent all day.
We'll represent.
No
Yeah,
day.
that was a little political good news. Bad
You
news
know what I'm
today.
saying? It is what it is. Yeah.
Well, look, guys, we got a jam-packed episode as always, as promised. Earl Harvey, okay?
Earl Harvey,
if you
yeah.
don't know who Earl Harvey is, you're gonna find out today. He came by the show and he is awesome.
You gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today. And shout out to my ladies, entrepreneurs. We always get them on the show. Dr. Carissa, she has an awesome book that she came and told us about. So make sure you stay tuned because today we got a lot of good stuff to give you. So don't go anywhere. I'm your girl, Madim Touch.
And I'm your boy, Charles Gregory, in the building.
And you're watching Talk the Talk. Coming up next on Talk the Talk.
This is Earl Harvey, publisher of the Black Professionals News. You're watching Talk the Talk with Charles Gregory and Madim Touch.
Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more Talk the Talk.
Thanks for staying tuned in, guys. This is Talk the Talk, where if you can walk the walk, we will definitely talk the talk. And I'm your host, Charles Gregory, and my beautiful co-host,
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Touch.
Touch is in the building. What's going on, Touch? How you?
Hey, look, we're in your favorite part of the show. Okay?
Absolutely. And why do I call this my favorite part? It's my favorite segment of the show because I just love the interviews. And here with us today is a gentleman with whom I have a tremendous amount of respect for.
You always say that.
It is what it
I
is.
love it.
Though I have a tremendous amount of respect for this gentleman because you're talking about entrepreneur, owner, publisher of the Black Professional News. And when you talk about this newspaper, not only is it in the Philadelphia area, but it reaches so many people. And as journalists ourselves, myself and Madim Touch, I mean, we love to have people like that within our genre, right? Within our genre. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to our show, Mr. Earl Harvey. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for that standing ovation.
Yes.
Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely. So I'd like to welcome you to the show, right? And I guess, just to jump in, because Madim Touch, she's going to bombard you with some questions, so be ready for them. All the questions. That's why we love her. But I'd like to know, just first, with this newspaper right here, this is Volume 4, Issue 21. How hard is it to publish, just newspapers, and editorials and columns and put them in there, put the whole piece together? How complicated is that?
Well, when you do what you enjoy doing, it's not really work.
I know that's right.
So it's more of a passion and a mission. Okay. So the degree of difficulty is not that hard for me because I just love what I'm doing. And I have a tremendous amount of support in the community as well.
Fantastic.
So they make my job a whole lot easier than it really is.
So how long has the paper been in existence?
I've been publishing for over 15 years.
Fantastic.
I was working with an organization called NAMD, and I was publishing the paper as a nonprofit because they were a nonprofit organization. And I spun the paper off about 4 years ago as a for-profit venture and privatized it when NAMD went out of business.
Interesting.
So, I can't stress to everybody how big this is, your paper, for the reach you have, how long you've been doing it, but more importantly, how necessary it is to have in our community. So we talked a little bit in the green room about your overall mission and goal through the paper. Explain to the viewers why we need this, and more importantly, why they need you.
Great question. Yeah.
Well, our paper is designed for the small business and professional community. And Philadelphia is a big enough city where they have multiple Black-owned newspapers. So the key to publishing or being in media is to find your niche and find out where you can contribute and where you can make a difference. So we chose to focus on the professional and small business community because we saw an opportunity to provide them with the kind of information that they were not getting in other newspapers. So that's kind of why we started. We saw an opportunity to get in and grow that niche and provide a valuable service. And thank goodness it's been very well received and very well supported over all these years.
Awesome. And when we talk about the support, let's just say I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business. At what point do I need to reach out to you and your publication?
Well, access to information is critical for business development. And so many small business owners just don't know where to go to get information. A lot of times they'll call me and say they want to put an ad in my newspaper because they just started a business. And then I have a business conversation with them to find out exactly where they are in the process of having their business. And sometimes I advise them that they're not ready to start advertising because they haven't done the things that they need to do in front before they start growing and developing their business. So you really have to understand where you are in your business plan and your marketing plan to understand how marketing and promotion fits into what you're doing. So I would say from an information standpoint, they need to reach out to me right away because we are definitely an access point for information. When it comes to marketing and advertising, I would have to look at their business plan to determine if it was indeed the right time for them to advertise.
Interesting. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, interesting. So let's talk a little bit about this award, and then we go right into that.
Well, anytime you're recognized by your peers, it's a tremendous honor.
Yes, it is.
And the National Association of Black Journalists was founded here in Philadelphia. And it has a tremendous legacy and history. I attended Temple University School of Communications.
The owls are everywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to TU.
TUMFers. I'm going to let you know.
Our School of Communications is one of the top schools of communications in the country.
Absolutely.
So many professionals that are working in the media in this region graduated from Temple University. So I'm extremely honored and pleased and blessed and humbled to receive the Community Service Award from them.
Congratulations.
You have a lot of awards that you've received, you're in the process of receiving, and we feel honored to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
And be able to share with our viewers your service and how you can help, because a lot of entrepreneurs here, a lot at Philly Cam and in Philadelphia, and we really need to continue to support each other, and that's what your newspaper is doing for us.
We want to be a voice for the community.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. So with that being said, if I'm an entrepreneur, how do I get in touch with you? Where am I going? How does that work?
Well, we are a reservoir for information. We try to be open to the community, be an access point and a resource for them. You can certainly visit my website, www.earlharvey.com, EARLHARVEY.com. You can call me at area code 267-244-3860, and I'd be happy to plug you into all the small business development and entrepreneur organizations that I have access to.
Oh,
awesome.
fantastic.
So you're like a one-stop shop. I can get in the paper, I can learn about how to be a better business owner, and you can connect me with other organizations that can support my growth.
That's what we do. That's our mission.
Wow.
Awesome. Hey, look, we're fourth largest market, so
absolutely.
We
I didn't do
still,
too bad staying here.
Yeah. You're still holding the ground. So great. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for
we
having
really
me
appreciate
here.
you. We got to stay in touch, get some of our good news from you. Look, don't turn the channel. I know I always say this, but I'm telling you, we got some good stuff coming up next. You're watching Talk the Talk. Coming up next on Talk the Talk.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Carissa, author of It Is What It Is, Unless You Do Something Different, and you're watching Talk the Talk with Charles Gregory and Madim Touch.
Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more Talk the Talk.
Yeah, this is where you destroy and be the
get it sooner than later. Facts on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Privilege and an honor. We wanted to do a couple of things before we started.
Make you feel like dry ice, cracked from the inside. Address me with the proper respect and call me Nimrod. Demagogue sabbatical, mingle with the humanoids. Married to a dying star, I dive into the null and void. You can call me paranoid, never say I never said. Now you wanna walking dead, you build what's up in your head. Hurry for it's too late, someone leak the star date. Stroke my beard sinister, like my ass is pomade. Puffing on some high grade, Himalayan highway. And I haven't come down, we're going now on 5 days. Looking at me sideways, but you lack the minerals. I appear as black cloud, you make sure the sky stays. Where the fuck is cry check and all of its mind games? Low level altitude when they fly the spy planes. Counter with a crime wave, steal all the mind states. Got you acting primate, homeboy get your mind straight. Never wanna placate, hesitate at own risk. Idle hands a day of mine, the devil's got a long list. Experiment with dry ice and maybe you will long live.
Freaky, 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 freaky flow. Control the mic like. Control the mic like. Castro. Castro.
Thanks for staying tuned in to Talk the Talk, where if you can walk the walk, we will definitely talk the talk. And I'm your host, Charles Gregory, with my beautiful co-host.
Girl, touch it. I ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere. She right here. She riding with your boy. And why I have a tremendous amount of respect for this young lady is because she's an author, psychologist. She got like 30,000 degrees and all this. I mean, she's just an amazing woman, and she's known for her shoes. We're going to talk to a Dr. Ferguson, Carissa Ferguson. How are you? Welcome to the show.
I am great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, fantastic. I can talk about you all day. All of the honors that you have with reference to what you are doing from your doctorate, that's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
I work with, within behavioral health, so I got to salute you. We already know how hard and challenging that job is.
Yes.
Right? So, but they need us.
They
and
do.
we need you. So congratulations and kudos to that.
Yes.
But you're here for your book. So I'm going to jump right in it. It is what it is.
Everybody's favorite phrase. Everybody says it is what it is.
It is what it is. I say that all the time. I know it is what it is. Unless you do something different. All right? That's right here. But you have to get this book. You have to get this book. So let's jump right into what inspired you to write this book. You're an author, like that's a big deal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it was a long time coming. It took me a while to write that book. From the beginning, thinking about why people don't have the kind of relationships they want. Right. Doing counseling with couples and couples that are single and couples that are, doing marriage counseling. Right. And what I found is that a lot of time people are in these unhealthy, long-term relationships that they can't seem to get out. They can't seem to make better. And I wanted to do something to try to help people who are trying to get into relationships, like from the ground up, and then help people who are actually in relationships and don't know what to do to make it better.
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, my co-host, Madim Touch, is going to have 1,000 questions for you. Because her favorite segment is love and relationships, which I say boring, right? Right. But, before I let her take it,
you better ask what you want to ask, cause I got it.
something that stood out in this book for me is "Don't Change," and you quote music, and the way I feel for you will always be the same, just as long as your love don't change. Now let's talk a little bit about that, that chapter in the book, because I believe that's what a lot of people try to do. As soon as they get into they want to show their best faces, and then you have women telling their girlfriends, "Oh, I'm gonna train this guy," right? So with that said, how important is it to stay the same versus changing for your mate, especially when people say sometimes you need to change if you have certain issues,
That's a good question,
That is
Charles.
a very
I'm proud
good
of you on that question.
Well, we all know that relationships are about compromise.
Yeah.
However, we also know that the best thing to do to start a healthy relationship is to be yourself right from the door.
Right.
You know, if you're a strong woman, don't act like you're weak and need a savior. You know, if you don't like to do certain things, don't do them. You know, because that helps you eliminate the junk that you don't want right from the beginning. That tells you if the person can deal with you right from the beginning, and it tells you if you and the person want the same things right from the beginning. That way you don't waste a lot of time and effort. You know, a lot of times people fake the funk in the beginning of the relationship. A year down the line, you start noticing new stuff. Like, oh, you changed. No, I didn't change. I'm just coming out.
Preach.
Oh, goodness.
Preach. And I think the biggest problem is, I don't think people do it on purpose a lot of times. I think sometimes we do it by accident because we want to be that right person for that individual because we like them so much. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are playing themselves.
Exactly.
And then you say, oh, you know what? I don't actually like I'm not neat. I try to pretend like I'm neat, but I'm not, and I don't like to clean. And now this guy expects me to clean every day, all day, and I don't do that.
Right.
You know, or whatever it is. I know that's one of my issues, but you know, I think that's deep. And when you write in this book, you're telling people how to stay or get into a healthy relationship, but from a psychological standpoint.
And it's from the beginning. It's how to get into a healthy relationship, and it's also how to stay and nurture your relationship so that it's healthy.
Charles had a really good question, and I know I said this. Guy, he's all right. He's not everything, but he has potential. What's so wrong with saying that?
And what does that mean?
That's the thing. What does it mean? It means that he doesn't have everything you want, but you're going to try to make him have it. And that just does not work unless he's willing to change to make him what you want him to be. And a lot of times, that's not even who he is. So it's going to go back. It's going to go back to what it was. You know, and I'm not saying people don't change, but like I said right in the beginning of the book, change is an active process. You know, people don't wake up and they're changed as much as they want to be. You have to really make effort and you have to take steps, and you can't just say, oh, I'm going to be this for her. You might want to, but all those things that you have that's in you, they start to come out. Regardless. So yeah, he might have potential, but you let him have potential with somebody else.
I know that's right.
Don't waste your time.
Real rap. So all right, let's talk about like married couples though. Like if you married, like you in it. Ain't no next one move. You in there.
Dug in.
Yeah.
Cuffed season. You cuffed,
okay.
y'all.
You got brands on you. Okay. So
That's true.
what do you do when you find that stuff out and you're married?
The first thing I advocate for is marriage counseling.
Okay.
Go to marriage counseling. I mean, you'll find out so much about yourself and your mate in counseling where you will determine whether or not the both of you are willing to work through this and do the things you need to do to be in a healthy relationship.
Okay.
You know, I think that having that outside party there will help you to be able to learn how to communicate with each other, how to do the things that you need to do for the relationship to work.
Okay.
You know, because sometimes you are married and things happen and you get stuck, or you married someone who wasn't who you thought they were.
And I think people can, especially men, after a while, can kind of feel like this person is trying to change me.
Yeah.
And after a while, they start to resent it.
Yes.
And that's where friction comes.
Exactly.
You know, because I'm a man. Like, you can't, you know, I'm in my ego pride type of situation. I think that starts to happen, too.
And I think it's so important in the beginning of the relationship. I keep saying this. It's to be who you are right from the door, men and women included. You know, and that way you don't have to try to change someone. It's all right to try to support someone and help them grow. That's fine. But not try to change who they are, their personality, how they dress, how they shave their face, how they, you know,
That's
the things that we do sometimes.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we talk about relationships a lot, and I think you touched on a really important subject that we haven't talked about before. So we really appreciate it. I know our viewers appreciate it. You have a website we can go to learn more or reach out to you. But if I need a counselor. Can you be my counselor?
Yes, you can reach out to me at OTA West.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
OTAWest@yahoo.com.
Okay, OTS.
Or you can reach me at CYFPSYD at Hotmail.
Okay.
Touch me. Reach out. Touch me. Ooh.
It's okay, because you got man.
Reach out to me. Right.
I have that.
Reach out to me on Twitter at Dr. Carissa.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. Look, guys. I know I always say this, but I'm serious. We're still not done. We got a lot of talk coming up next. We're going to get her John Hancock on this fly book, and we'll be right back, guys. Don't turn the channel. Thank you for staying tuned in to Talk the Talk. I'm your girl, Touch. I got my man, Charles Gregory, over there holding me down. Look, best part of the show, say best for last, love and relationships.
Boring.
So, I just don't pay him. It's a lot. This is good stuff, Charles.
What's
all right. So I got this girl. Okay. She's dating a guy. They've been dating for like 2-3 months now, and they're really feeling each other. Okay. But
somebody sprung. Somebody sprung.
One or both, I don't know, but they sprung.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something. Every time I'm like calling her, and it's in the evening, she's always spending the night at his house. Like couple months in a relationship, always there. Like I'm talking about the whole week, Charles. The whole week. She might get a day or two in when she's at home. If she had a long day at work and she don't feel like it.
Listen.
How much is too much? Like,
that's too much. Too much. Look, if you staying over somebody's house, right? You said they've been dating a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, they're not engaged or anything like that. No long period of time, right?
Right.
If it's more than 2 days, you stay.
2 days.
First day, you're happy, excited, blah, blah, blah. Second day, all right, cool, you kind of pushing it. The third day, though, and you need to be back home. You need to give people time to miss you. You don't want to be all like clingy and leechy. Like I know for me, I just can't. I need some time to miss you, boo.
Yeah.
Hey, boo. Let me call you. Hey, boo. Why don't you come over? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I think this is one of the many few where I agree. Like, it's just a lot. And, you know, I think all of us has been there at some point where all you do is get off work, go there, eat, have sex, and then start the whole day over and you get in the same routine.
Yeah.
It's not healthy to start a relationship if that's what it starts being based off of.
Absolutely, because that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Because after a while, like, the sex get corny.
Yep.
Right? It's just like, now it's routine.
Now you tired of eating, spending, cooking out.
You know, we can't chill and watch Netflix and chill.
It's too much. So what's the rule? What are we going to tell? Okay, 2 days. I'm going to say 3 days, lady, because, you know, it might just be that right. You feel me? And you might have to come back on a third day.
I say 2 days. I'm an Aries. I get tired fast. I'm just saying.
All right.
Look,
2 days
get you out of here, man.
I'm saying, ladies, 3 days, but then go back home, clean up, do your hair, read a book.
But I could talk to you all day. I could talk to you for a week straight.
Okay.
I just don't want you next. Like, I don't want you, like, waking up.
See? I don't want you next to me.
No, not like that. I'm kind of like that, but not like that. Just, like, I need a chance to, I just met you.
All right.
I don't even know who your mom and dad is yet.
Yeah.
And you staying with, like, now you shacking.
You shacking.
That's
early.
too long.
Now you half married. You ain't even engaged. Look.
See?
Y'all get
2
the
days.
point.
Deuce.
I'm saying 3 because it just might be that right. All right. Well, look. Good show. All right.
2.
Thank you guys for staying tuned in. You watching Talk the Talk.